What's going on, Pokemon trainers? I have some great news I want to share with you guys. I'm so excited, but officially I am a Pokemon professor. I am now Pokemon Professor Marty Reyes. You guys heard it right. I'm so excited. About 2.5 weeks ago, I decided to take the professor test and the tournament organizer test, and I submitted a background check. And shortly after that, about a week or two, I received a letter from Pokemon.com saying that I passed my background check, and I mean that was pretty much it. So some time passed by, and I didn't hear anything else from them. I didn't get like any mail or any emails saying congratulations, you're a Pokemon professor, good luck, we wish you the best, and here's a certificate. Nothing. So a few days ago, I decided to get on Pokemon.com to see if I can find information about the national championship here in the United States and get some more details. But when I logged in, I noticed my profile was a little bit different. I had permissions I didn't have before. I had permissions to print out player IDs. I had permissions to register players. I had permissions to download the tournament software so I could run like Pokemon League challenges and stuff like that. And I also had permissions to apply for Pokemon League, which is awesome. Like, that's one of the things I really wanted. So I was super excited. I checked my emails just to make sure I didn't miss one. I went outside, checked my mailbox, and didn't get nothing. So I was kind of confused, didn't know what to think. I was wondering, well, maybe it's a mistake, or maybe I'm not 100% legit yet. Maybe this is just like the first steps. But regardless, I go through my profile, I click on my certifications, and sure enough, it shows that I am a basic professor, and that in about a year, I'll be able to apply to be like a level 1 professor. And I take a look at my tournament organizer, and it shows I'm a basic tournament organizer, and that I have to accomplish like a certain amount of events so that I could apply to be a level 1 tournament organizer. I'm like super excited. Like, that's all I've wanted to do since I got back to Texas, to be a tournament organizer and a professor, have my own league, things like that. I mean, San Antonio is a lot different from California, where I came from. I was in San Diego, and the Pokemon community out there was a lot larger than it is here in San Antonio. When I was in San Diego, we had 3 Pokemon leagues, and shout out to my old Pokemon family down there. We had the South Bay Pokemon League, ran by Mr. Daniel down in the South Bay in National City, and we had Doreen. She's amazing TO. She is over in San Diego, and we had another one in San Diego as well, ran by Lick, and we had also one up in Temecula, which is at Tier 1, that was ran by a good friend of mine called LJ. And we had another one over in Oceanside, so within like a 50-mile radius, there was already like 4 Pokemon leagues. And you could be at any one within 45 minutes to an hour. So that was pretty amazing. So when cities came around, it was awesome. San Diego had like at least 2, and Temecula had 1, that was 3, and then LA was like 2 hours away, and they had like 6 or 7. And then they also have states, and they also have regionals up in LA. So, I mean, everything was just so close. And even Arizona was about a 5-hour drive. So we could always go to Arizona for regionals and states. And everything was just so much closer and a lot easier to access over in California. So I definitely missed that. So when I got here to San Antonio, it was a little bit tougher. San Antonio has 2 Pokemon leagues up on the north side, which for me is just too far. I live all the way on the south side of San Antonio, so it would take me about 45 minutes to get to one of the Pokemon leagues up on the north side, with traffic as well. So, I mean, it was tough. And for those of you that don't know, I mean, it'd be like driving from San Diego to Temecula. Like, it took about 45 minutes. It was pretty far, or like to Oceanside. I decided to open up my own Pokemon leagues. I opened up 2 of them. I've been having like unofficial Pokemon League, but officially now I'm going to have it Saturdays from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. over at the Mission Branch Library in South San Antonio, and on Mondays at 6 p.m. to about 8 p.m. over at this restaurant called Game On. It's pretty much like a pizza restaurant, but they have like video games and big screen TVs, and they're so cool that they let me borrow their party rooms, which for them, that's how they make their money on the weekends. They rent out the party rooms so that people can throw birthday parties and all kinds of events, but they let me borrow it for free on Mondays, and that's the catch. I got to do them on Mondays. So I'm running 2 leagues, and I'm so excited about it, guys. Like, I'm super excited. So one of my goals as a Pokemon professor and a TO is to just pretty much bring the passion of Pokemon to San Antonio. I know there's players out there that wish there was a Pokemon League nearby so they can take part in and just have a Pokemon community that they can share with, and that's pretty much what I want to do. So I signed up to become a professor. I'm officially a professor now, so you guys can call me Professor Marty if you want. I would really appreciate that. That'd be so cool. And I'm gonna have my own league, and hopefully soon I can start running events like cities and maybe big premier events like that. I mean, that's definitely my goal. So with that being said, we got nationals coming up, and nationals, it's looking pretty good. Some of you guys should definitely check your email because they announced the stipends for this year already, and I'm super excited because I was given $500 to go play Pokemon. Like, how amazing is that? So the roster came out. There's a roster. It has the top 100 players in North America, which is Canada and the United States, and they have them for all the divisions. So they have the top 100 players for Masters, top 100 for Juniors, and top 100 for Seniors. So if you haven't already, take a look. Check your name, see if it's on the roster. If it's not, still check your championship points, because they could always make a mistake. They could accidentally leave out people that should actually be getting the stipend. So check your championship points. I think for the Masters, number 100 was like at 340 points, which is not far from the 300 you need for the World's invite. So check anyway, because they could have made a mistake. It's always worth a try. I mean, especially with $500 at stake, it's definitely worth checking whether or not you rate a stipend. The top 16 players in the United States, they got a pretty awesome stipend. They got travel awards, which pretty much, I think, covers their flight and hotel, which is the most expensive part, honestly. For me, I was able to find a decent price hotel room. Tomorrow party can come out to about $300. And then I was gonna fly to Nationals, but when I looked at the airfare, I was just like, man, this is too much. I want to go with my oldest daughter, Leonore. She's a junior player, and she's pretty good. I wanted her to have the opportunity to go to Nationals. So with both of us flying out there, it cost over $1,000, and I just don't have that kind of money. And I also want to go to Worlds, which is a month after that. So I have to be very wise in how I go. And I decided to just drive up there instead. So I'm taking a rental vehicle that I rented. It's gonna cost me about another $300 to rent a car and stuff like that. So I'm probably gonna spend about maybe $700, $800 to make this trip happen. And with the $500 stipend I'm getting from Pokemon, it's gonna work out really well, because I'll probably just spend $200, $300 out of pocket, which is so much better than spending $800. So I thank Pokemon for that. It's all these players, these top 100 players, they definitely deserve the stipend. A lot of these players, including myself, we spend a lot of time play testing. We spend a lot of money going out to these major tournaments like regionals and states and city championships, and buying Pokemon cards and stuff like that. Especially if you have a kid that plays, like my daughter. You're buying Pokemon cards for 2 now, and this is a great way for Pokemon to give back to its players. So I'm really thankful for them for doing that. So I'm looking forward to being Nationals, guys. I look forward to the prize this year. I guess first place is getting like $10,000, which is amazing. So I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna practice hard, play test a lot. And now that I'm gonna have my own Pokemon League, I can play test for other players, and hopefully, like I said, bring the competitive and desire of Pokemon back to San Antonio here in the South Side. So with that being said, guys, as far as the YouTube channel is concerned, I'm going to be posting videos as often as I can. I ask you guys to bear with me. I don't have like the best equipment to make these YouTube videos. I literally just have a laptop and some programs on my laptop that help me make videos. So by no means am I going to be like a professional YouTuber. So bear in mind, my videos will not be like top quality. I'm not going to have all these crazy graphics. And it's real difficult to like record gameplay with my voice at the same time. Sometimes my computer like can't handle it, and it's like, whoa, what are you doing? But I'm gonna try anyway and see if I can at least get like some play testing done and upload it to the YouTube channel so you guys can see. I'm gonna be focusing on, I want to say 4 decks, but for now I have 3 for sure I want to talk about. And these decks are decks you're definitely gonna see at Nationals July 1st. And the decks I'm gonna be covering is definitely not this one here. The video I'm playing in the background is just a fun deck I made. It's Mega Mewtwo with Garbodor. I love Mewtwo. He's one of my favorite Pokemon, and I played Mewtwo with Fairies at Cities back in December, and it brought me so much success. I got 2nd place at Cities, and I topped 8 and top 4'd with it a few times, which helped me get the points I got today. So there's, you know, Mewtwo's always my favorite card, and I can't wait for it to become more playable. But with Night March out there and Trevenant out there, they just wreck Mewtwo like with no mercy. So I play this deck once in a while, just whenever I feel like having fun. But the decks I'm going to really focus on is Greninja Break. Greninja Break is definitely one of the best decks out there in Standard. I saw firsthand how powerful this deck was at States. It can make a comeback like no other. Right off, just off of abilities, could do 120 damage, and if you have the other Greninja, the XY one, can do 150. So I like that deck a lot. It's become one of my favorite. Recently, it's become one of my favorite decks to use. It's a lot of fun, and I definitely want to do a profile on it because you're definitely going to see Greninja at Nationals. The other deck I want to cover as well is Mega Sceptile, and the reason why is because when Standard first became a thing at the beginning of Cities, Mega Sceptile was one of the popular decks, and the reason why is because it's a decent attacker. It does 100 damage. You can Mega Evolve turn 1 if you have Forest of Giant Plants, and it can heal itself. And not to mention, there's a lot of popular decks out there that are weak to grass, like Greninja. Greninja can't touch that deck because of the Ancient Trait, where abilities can't affect Mega Sceptile, and it one-shots Greninja. So it's a good deck, and it can also one-shot Primal Groudon and Zygarde EX because both those Pokemon are weak to grass. So Mega Sceptile, I believe, will be a call that most people are going to make, anticipating decks like Greninja and Primal Groudon and Zygarde. So definitely I expect to see Sceptile, and that's why I'm doing a deck profile on it. The other deck I want to do a profile on definitely is Trevenant Break. Now, Trevenant Break is one of my favorite decks. It will always have a special place in my heart. Trevenant Break was the deck that helped me win California States back in April, and it has, you know, a fair matchup against most decks. It depends on going turn 1 Wally, and it struggles against the mirror match just because your item locked as well. So it pretty much comes down to who can like tree slam first. But regardless, it's one of my favorite decks. I enjoy it, and hopefully there's not too many dark decks because dark decks do destroy it pretty easily. But I guess that's good in most cases because you don't want to have a deck that is completely powerful. I mean, even Night March. I don't want to do a video on Night March. I don't like Night March. My daughter plays Night March, but I don't think it'd be fair to just do a video on Night March. I mean, it literally hasn't changed. Even with the creation of Mew, I mean, Night March can still be powerful without the new Mew from Fates Collided. So, I mean, it's a pretty boring deck. You discard Pokemon and you hit for tons of damage. It just, I don't know. I don't want to waste time on making a Night March video, but if you guys want one, let me know in the comments and I'll make one if I have to. I mean, I don't mind at all, really, but I just would rather not. But anyway, that's what I got coming up for the channel, so I should be pumping out a video at least once or twice a week. So be on the lookout for that. And if you have any friends that are here in San Antonio and are looking for a Pokemon League, like I mentioned before, hit us up on our Facebook. Our Pokemon League Facebook is called Play Pokemon South San Antonio. I'm on that thing all the time, so if they have any questions, all they have to do is send me a personal message, and I'll respond like almost immediately. And I'm always posting stuff on there. I'm going to be posting my videos there and updates on the league, whether or not I'm going to make it or not. And most of the time I'll make it, so it's not a big deal. So let your friends know about our Pokemon League. I would greatly appreciate it, guys. And for those of you guys, hopefully I see you guys at Nationals. I look forward to going, like I said. I look forward to meeting all these other great Pokemon players. I have a Team Reyes map that I made where I have players that eliminate me from Top Cut signed, and also popular, or I guess I could say famous Pokemon players. Definitely I would like for them to sign it. I got the current Pokemon World Champion, Jacob Van Wagner. He signed my mat back at Regionals, so I definitely look forward to getting more signatures on this my play mat. So again, guys, I appreciate it. I appreciate your support. So definitely leave me a comment, and if you have any questions, send me an email or hit me up on Facebook. And I appreciate your time, guys, and I look forward to producing more videos. Whatever I bring back from Nationals, I'm definitely going to post on the video. So if I win any prizes, I'm going to do a video on that, and I'm going to take tons of pictures, and I look forward to bringing more content to you guys. So if you haven't already, please give us a hit that subscribe button, and definitely leave us a like, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time. All right, thank you guys, and I hope you guys take care. All right, see you guys, bye.